I'm with Greg Curtis with the Good Earth Greenhouse, and today we're talking about how to prepare some of your flower beds or what you can do with potting soil just to get ready, especially as we start to get a few nice days. It's good to lay a good foundation down.
Yeah, Jeff, there's a lot of product sitting out there beside us, and you're not going to need all this product in your lawn. I'm going to just start down here on the end, and we'll kind of work our way around. So we've got an organic compost. Basically, this is bark fines that comes from the plant. We use this as a top mulch as well as we use it when we're planting. It's great to work into the soil just to help aerate, because the way that the plant really gets growth is by the water going through the soil, bringing oxygen down to the roots, so it's got to be aerated. The compost, this one here, we use that a lot in new plantings. That actually comes from some of the city compost they bag up. So I would cut this probably, I wouldn't plant straight into this. I'd go at least maybe 20% this to 80% existing soil. And you move on around, you got our Good Earth growing mix. We normally talk about that putting in pots, but it is probably the best product we've ever used to put in a pot, but in the ground as well. So if I'm gonna plant some perennials, if my budget will let that work, I would use that. Otherwise, I'd use the compost because that has a wetting agent, plus it's got bark and peat moss in it as well. And then on down there, we got a couple fertilizers, a Jumpstart you and I have been mentioning now for about 2 years. Always great to use when you're planting. But if you've already got your bed planted like we have behind us here, what we do with that and the start and grow, we pull the bark back a little bit, work it into the soil. I think you've got a tool sitting there beside you. We use that tool and go in about maybe a half an inch to an inch and just work it into the soil well. Then we'll mulch back over it.
Yeah, that way you're getting some of those nutrients down there, aerating it, letting the oxygen and the nutrients get down into the root system. As far as compost goes, we've talked about composting at home too. You can make your own compost, which is good, but if you're not making your own compost, you can just come out, you can get a bag of it and mix it in with some of your soil.
One of the things you just mentioned, I was just thinking, when you break the soil, we talked about pre-emerge many times, but once you break that soil surface, then you've broken the layer of pre-emerge. So if you've pre-emerged in the past 60 days and you're going in and you're going anywhere from 1 inch to 3 inches deep, you'll want to reapply pre-emerge in the bed as well to help keep those weeds from coming up, because once the surface is broken, it gives an opportunity to grow.
All right, that's about all the time we have for this week. Join us back here next week for the Good Earth Greenhouse.